Good morning, dear students. In our previous class, we had started the new chapter, that is chapter number 3, Fibers to Fabrics. Okay, in which we have studied about the types of fiber. We have mainly two types of fiber, that is the natural fiber and the another one is the synthetic fiber. In the natural fibers, the fibers we get from the nature, for example, plant and animal. Okay, and the synthetic fibers, the fibers which are made from the chemical substances. Okay, these are called as the synthetic fiber. The another name of the synthetic fiber is man-made fiber. You have to keep it in mind. It will be asked in a 1 marks that what will be the another name of the synthetic fiber. Clear? Apart from that, we have also studied about the plant fibers. We have studied the two plant fibers, that is the cotton and jute. Okay, now let's study the new topic of this chapter, that is the spinning cotton yarn. Okay, once we'll get the cotton fibers from the cotton plant, then how it can be converted into the yarn. Okay, so let's see. Here the one activity is given is as you can see in activity 4, that hold some cotton wool in one hand. You all have seen the cotton wool. Okay, the pinch some cotton between the thumb and the finger of the other hand, as you here can see in figure 3.9. Okay, and now gently start pulling out the cotton while continuously twisting the fibers. Are you able fibers? Okay, so you have to see that are you able to make a yarn. क्या आप उसको yarn बना सकते हो cotton fiber में से? Clear? Now next is the process of making yarn from fibers is called the spinning. Here you have to underline it. What is the spinning? It will be asked in a 1 marks that the process of making yarn from fibers is called the spinning. Now in this process, the fiber from a mass of cotton wool, okay, we have to take a raw cotton, that is the cotton flour, okay, wool are drawn out and twisted. We have to take it out from the plant and we'll have to twist it, and this brings the fiber together to form a yarn. Okay, now here the one a simple device is used for spinning is the hand spindle. You all have seen at your home also. If you will ask to your mother, either your father or either your grandparents, then also they will tell about that. It's called as the takli. Okay, I will underline the word takli. Either you can say the takli also. The another hand operated device used for spinning is charkha, and you all must aware about the charkha. As you know, the charkha was popularized by the Mahatma Gandhi, okay, as a part of independence movement. Why he had invented the charkha? Because he want to make people independent. Okay, so encourage people to wear cotton clothes and especially the khadi, okay, and handmade clothes. So that he invented the charkha, and khadi and shan, important cloth made in these miles of Britain. To popularize and promote the khadi, the government of India constituted a body called Khadi and Village Industries Commission in 1956. खादी को ऑफिशियली गवर्नमेंट ने एक्सेप्ट किया और उन्होंने विलेज इंडस्ट्री कमीशन इन 1956 में खादी बनाने का परमिशन दिया था. नाउ स्पिनिंग ऑफ yarn ऑन अ लार्ज स्केल इज डन विद द हेल्प ऑफ spinning machine. First of all, in a previous era, it means in an ancient time, the people were spinning the yarn with the help of hands, as you can see in the charkha. Okay, we are using the charkha to spin the yarn, but instead of charkha, now what we are using to spin the yarn? We are using the machines to make the yarn from the fiber. After the spinning, yarn are used for making fabrics, and after that we can have the various types of clothes, either we can say the fabrics. Okay, now the next topic is yarn to fabric. How we can get the yarn to fabric? There are many ways by which fabrics are made from yarn. बहुत सारे तरीके हैं, but let's see the two main process, that is the weaving and knitting. Now this two process, as you must have observed, either you all have must seen at your home, either in your surroundings. Let's see the first one, the weaving. Okay, the weaving, it means what? You have to take a two sheet of paper of different colors and cut square pieces of length and width equal to 30 centimeter from each sheet. You have to make one activity. You have to make a like a chess में कैसे एक वाइट कलर का बॉक्स होता है, देन ब्लैक कलर का होता है. ओके, आपको उसमें चेक्स की एक पैटर्न दी होती है कि देर इज़ अ वन वाइट तो देर इज़ वन ब्लैक, ऐसा कोई क्या बोलते हैं उसको, ऑर्डर होता है. ओके, सो here the process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make a fabric is called the weaving. Here you have to underline what is the weaving. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make a fabric is called weaving. Now let me show you the picture of weaving. Okay, here the weaving is there in the figure 3.2. In the activity, according to the activity, the person has taken the two types of color strip. The one is the green and another one is the red, and you can see the chest like pattern he tried to make it. Okay, so this is called the weaving. Now let's see how can be weaving done in a previous it means ancient time. There is two sets of yarn are woven to make a fabric. The yarns are much thinner than our paper strips, right? ये तो हमने एक्टिविटी की तौर से हमने देखा कि what is the weaving, actually what is the weaving, but the yarn are very thinner than the paper strips. So weaving of fiber is done on looms, and looms are either hand operated or a power operated. It is operated by a machine, in short. Okay, so weaving is done by the looms. Now next step is the knitting, guthna. Okay, you all have seen this. In knitting, a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric. Okay, and a single yarn gets pulled out continuously as the fabric get unraveled, and socks and many other clothing items are made of the knitting fibers. आपकी मम्मी घर पे आपकी मम्मी ने ऐसा कुछ किया होगा, इधर आपके ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स ने ऐसा कुछ किया होगा, स्वेटर बनाए होंगे जो हाथ से गुथते हैं. Okay, now knitting is done by the hand and also machine. Many people are like to do with the hands because with the hands we can make the our choice designs. हम अपनी तरीके से designs बना सकते हैं. Okay, but in the machine there are some protocols we have to follow in the machines, and then we'll get the design. Okay, so this is all about the knitting. Now here one point is that the weaving and knitting are used for making different kinds of fiber. And these fabrics are used for a variety of clothing items. Here we end this point, that is the yarn to fabric. It will be carried out in the two process, the weaving and knitting. Now next is the history of clothing material. हमें कैसे पता चला मीन्स कि हम नावडेज हमें क्लोथ इतने सारे वेराइटीज़ के क्लोथ कैसे मिल रहे हैं, that we'll see, because in ancient time the people were start to wear the leaf, and after certain time the leaf के साथ साथ animals की skin, धीरे धीरे टेक्नोलॉजी का जो डेवलपमेंट होता गया, फिर वो लीफ एंड एनिमल की स्किन जो प्लांट फाइबर से रिप्लेस हो गया. ओके, सो लेट्स सी दैट ओनली. सी यहाँ पे दिया है. It appears that in those time the peoples used to bark a big leaves of trees or animal skins. पहले ट्रीज के लीव्स, बड़े बड़े जो पत्ते आते थे वो पहनते थे. एंड आफ्टर सर्टेन टाइम दे वर स्टार्टिंग टू wear the animal skins and fur to cover themselves. And after the people begin to settle in agriculture communities, फिर धीरे धीरे एग्रीकल्चर का जैसा डेवलपमेंट हुआ. एग्रीकल्चर मीन्स व्हाट? खेती. ओके, फार्मिंग का जैसे डेवलपमेंट हुआ, दे आर लर्न टू वेव ट्विंग्स एंड ग्रास इनटू मैट्स एंड बास्केट. फिर वो ग्रास की मदद से मैट बनाने लगे. ओके, आपने देखा होगा ग्रास की मैट, आपने ग्रीन कलर की होती है, इवन कि साउथ इंडियन मूवीज में भी ऐसा आता है. एंड वाइन्स दे वेर मेड फ्रॉम द बास्केट्स ऑल्सो फ्रॉम द ग्रास. Vines, animal fleece or hair. Here the animal fleece, it means what? It is nothing. Fleece, it means the color of the hair of the animal. That is called the animal fleece. There is no other word. Okay. These are woven into fabrics, and the early Indians wore fabrics made out of cotton that grew in a region near the river गंगा. ये जो कॉटन प्लांट्स है वो पहले गंगा नदी के किनारे पे बहुत ग्रो होते थे. और फ्रॉम दैट कॉटन प्लांट्स विल गेट द कॉटन रोल्स एंड वी डिड द गिनिंग प्रोसेस. गिनिंग इट मीन्स व्हाट? वी स्टार्ट टू मेकिंग द combing. Okay, we collect it and then we make the fiber from the cotton plant and we'll spinning with the help of the knitting and weaving, and after that we'll get the fabric. Here you can see the chart also, that cotton rolls will get it from the cotton plants and will ginning to make the fibers, and whatever the fibers will get will start to spinning with the help of certain machineries, and that fibers are converted into the yarn with the help of knitting and weaving. And due to this two process, knitting and weaving, will get the fabric. Okay, now this is the all about the chart. Now the flax is also a plant that gives a natural fiber. Here the another example of natural fiber is given, that is the flax. Okay, in ancient Egypt the cotton as well as flax were cultivated near the river Nile and were used for making fibers. Here there is also one word question, that where do you find the flax fiber? Flax were cultivated near the river Nile. Okay, and were used for making fabrics. In those days the stitching was not known. पहले के ज़माने में स्टिचिंग इट मीन्स क्या? सिलाई इतना फेमस नहीं था. बट द पीपल सिंपली डैप्ड द फाइबर्स अराउंड डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ देयर बॉडी. सिंपली वो रख ही देते हैं, ढक ही देते थे बॉडी को. बट मैनी डिफरेंट वेज ऑफ रैपिंग फाइबर्स वेर यूज्ड. विद द इन्वेंशन ऑफ द स्विंग नीडल, पीपल स्टार्टेड स्टिचिंग फाइबर्स टू मेक क्लोथ्स. धीरे धीरे जैसे ही इन्वेंशन हुआ सुई का, ओके, स्विंग नीडल, फिर पीपल आर स्टार्टेड टू स्टिचिंग द फैब्रिक्स टू मेक क्लोथ्स. And stitch clothes have gone through many varieties since this invention. But it is not amazing that even today sari, dhoti, lungi or turban is used as an unstitched piece of fabric. क्योंकि ये जो साड़ी है that is not stitched, वो सिली हुई नहीं है ना. And then also the people are like to wear. Just as there is a large variety in the food. जैसे हमें खाने के लिए बहुत सारे वैराइटीज़ के फूड आइटम्स हैं, वैसे ही अ लार्ज वैरायटी एग्जिस्ट ऑल्सो इन फैब्रिक एंड क्लोथिंग आइटम्स. ओके, वैसे ही हमारे देश में इसमें बहुत सारे वैराइटीज़ के क्लोथ्स और फैब्रिक पाए जाते हैं. सो दिस इज़ द एंड ऑफ द चैप्टर. I hope you get it. So in next class we'll solve the exercise. Okay, till that stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. God bless you all.